Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to the channel, United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Hope you're all having a fantastic Wednesday evening. Hope you've all had a good day. Hope you've all had a good week. And I hope you're all looking forward to another brand new weekend in November 2023. First of all, do me a massive favour for me. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel and the community if you're new. Share the video. Hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button, and remember to put the notification bell on at all times as well to receive dedicated content right throughout the last few weeks in 2023 on the United Red Devils 20 for more Fortnite, Rocket League, more previews, more match reactions, and much more brand new stuff planned for the last few weeks remaining in this year in 2023 on United Red Devils 20. So please subscribe to the channel and the community if you're new. And welcome to your UEFA Champions League match reaction between FC Copenhagen and Manchester United on this Wednesday evening, where the theatre of nightmares was an absolute theatre of nightmares for Manchester United. FC Copenhagen 4, Manchester United 3. I mean, I don't know how we've lost that game. I mean, the way we threw it away, the way we defended, and the way Man United just played in general was shambolic in the second half, where you think you're comfortably leading 3-2, and you think Bruno Fernandes has rescued this club and rescued our Champions League fortunes, and everything's been turned around. To lose 4-3 in the 87th minute, and there's simply no coming back from that after you've lost a game of that magnitude, especially to FC Copenhagen, which is an embarrassing night for Manchester United fans, supporters across this globe. And I think this title clearly states where this went wrong for Manchester United, that Marcus Rashford's sending off tonight for Manchester United has cost this club. It's cost the result. It's cost how we played. And basically, our Champions League journey is now over due to Marcus Rashford. I mean, the way he has treated the fans and the supporters in the last 2 to 3 weeks, and his lack of commitment to the Manchester United Football Club, the squad, the players, and the manager, Erik ten Hag. And there's no debating. There's no going away from this decision. It's a clear red card. Marcus Rashford's challenge was absolutely disgusting. He could have caused a severe injury for the FC Copenhagen player. And to be 2-0 up in 28 minutes through a Rasmus Højlund double, which has taken both goals very, very well, especially where both goals were both tap-ins. You would have thought Man United, you're 28 minutes in, you are 2-0 up, you are comfortable away in Denmark, and you are comfortable against FC Copenhagen, and you're expecting Manchester United to come away comfortably with the lead, the result, go into halftime 2-0 up, and you're expecting Manchester United to win this game tonight and make our Champions League position in this group a lot more comfortable. But to lose 4-3 in dramatic circumstances, this is on Marcus Rashford. I mean, it's a clear red card. The challenge he's put on the FC Copenhagen player is disgusting. It's a clear red. There's no debate in the tackle. There's no debate in the challenge. Marcus Rashford has got his foot way too high across the FC Copenhagen player's ankle, and it could have broken that player's ankle. Like, it is a straight red card. It is a sending off. And when you are 2-0 up in 28 minutes, you're thinking everything's comfortable. But as soon as Marcus Rashford was sent off, I knew it was going to go downhill from there. You are up against 11 players against 10, and Man United are basically backs against the wall, trying to keep this win, trying to keep the lead, but it just went wrong from there. And I think the whole shape of the game in the second half, it shaped our result, it shaped the performance, and basically half that game to at least the 70th minute, Manchester United were having to park the bus, because when you've lost one of your key attacking players, you're having to switch positions with this team around. You're having to bring players on you don't necessarily want to use, and you're having to switch things around in the starting lineup and put players in different positions where they're not so comfortable. And I think that is where, for me, it truly and utterly went wrong. And I think Marcus Rashford tonight has basically disgraced the Man United badge. He's disgraced the shirt. He's let everyone down, the fans and the supporters of this great historic club, and basically cost Man United's place in the rest of this Champions League campaign, because now it looks like, if we're being really honest and we're going to be really quite frank about it, it looks like our Champions League journey is now and utterly over. We're basically out. We're bottom of our group, and we now have to win our 2 remaining games. We have to beat Galatasaray away now. We have to beat Bayern Munich at home for Man United to stand any mathematical chance of getting through to the knockouts. It's basically over, and we're not even going to get into the Europa League. I mean, not like I want to be in that anyway. I don't want to be in that competition. I don't want Man United's name to be in that embarrassing competition that some mid-table clubs are in. I don't want Man United anywhere near the Europa League. But unfortunately for this United fan base and supporters, the Europa League is looking a long, distant future away from happening for the rest of the season, where mathematically that stands as Manchester United's best possibility of qualifying for the Champions League again next season. And it's disappointing. It's very frustrating, but I'm fuming with Marcus Rashford because a whole game plan simply went out the window. And people can debate it on other United fan channels, and I respect your views and I respect your opinions, but there's no debating the decision. As soon as the referee has gone over to the VAR monitor and looked at the challenge from Marcus Rashford, it is a straight red. I don't know what Owen Hargreaves and Paul Scholes, two ex-United rejects and legends of this great historic football club, are talking about. It is a clear red card. No matter what, if the play is slowed down and the replay is slowed down either, it is a clear and obvious red card. If that was done on a Man United player, it would be a clear and obvious red card. And I think for me, Marcus Rashford has cost this club their Champions League place. And I'm really, really disappointed with his attitude, commitment, his lack of desire and his lack of passion to, be a great Man United player. And tonight it says a lot. Like the last 3 weeks from him has been nothing more than a disgrace. He goes out clubbing, partying and drinking after a 3-0 Manchester derby defeat to Man City. The night after the game, he goes out clubbing, drinking and nightclubbing and trying to get laid by every girl possible and basically can't keep his legs shut. And then 2 weeks later after that, he then doesn't play against Fulham. And tonight again, he's back in the team. Same old Marcus Rashford, same old fucking story. This club and this team would be a better team and a better club without players like Marcus Rashford in it. Marcus Rashford is basically turning into George Best here. Great United legend, one of the greatest players my dad and me have ever seen as a Man United fan. But the amount of drinking and the amount of clubbing and the amount of nightclubbing Marcus Rashford's doing, he is going to head the same way as George Best. And unfortunately, his commitment and desire towards Man United dropped off like a cliff. And Marcus Rashford tonight, to put in a tackle like that, to basically has fucked Eric Ten Hag over. That has fucked the players and fucked the squad over for the rest of the first half as well as the second half. The whole game plan has gone out the window. And I feel sorry for Rasmus Højlund in it because he's had 2 easy goals. He's had 2 easy tap-ins. You're 2-0 up in 28 minutes. And I think for me, in my view, Marcus Rashford is to blame. We could have won this game if Marcus Rashford wouldn't have put in a stupid tackle. That could break someone's ankle. And Marcus Rashford is then laughing and giggling about it as soon as he gets the red card. And he's gone over to the linesman and said, well, I don't know why I've been sent off it. Well, maybe if you would have kept your foot down and not stopped and wouldn't have put a stupid tackle in, you wouldn't have got yourself sent off. It is a straight red. There is no debating it. And I think from that whole Man United in the second half, this is on Marcus Rashford. I think if we'd have kept 11 players on the pitch, Man United would have won this game comfortably 5 or 6-0 because 28 minutes in, FC Copenhagen are all over the place. They're at 6s and 7 defensively. They're not keeping possession. And Man United were dominating the game. For me, in that first 28 minutes, it's been the best Man United I've seen all season. We were dominating the game. We were dominating the possession. We were dominating the ball. We were creating the best chances. And FC Copenhagen had no stop. Couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop Man United playing so well in the 28 minutes. But as soon as Rashford picks that red card up, the FC Copenhagen players' confidence go up, their momentum goes up, their positivity goes up because they know Man United are a player down here. They've got a massive, massive advantage going in to this second half. And I think that is why FC Copenhagen have won this game because defensively, Man United were poor. Second half, park the bus and basically try and break on the counter-attack. And then when you get the lead on the 78th minute, you're expecting Man United to hold on. But there was no holding on. We basically went for counter-attacking football again, straight after Fernandes puts us back in front. And I think for me, Man United really should have parked the bus. But parking the bus simply didn't happen. And that's not the style Ten Hag is trying to influence in this team and in this set of players. But in the end, Man United deserved what they got. They were absolutely shambolic in the second half. And I think Marcus Rashford, like I said, is to blame for losing this game. If he would have kept himself on and wouldn't have got himself sent off, United, like I said, there was plenty of goals tonight. It could have ended 6 or 7-0 to Man United. And when you've got Rasmus Højlund banging in 2 easy goals, you would have thought Marcus Rashford would have been right. I want to add myself to the score sheet where there's a few more goals to be had here. It simply didn't happen. And as soon as you get yourself sent off, it all went tits up. And Man United have lost this game and quite frankly do deserve to lose it because you're at man disadvantage. You've only got 10 players and you're basically having to change things the whole turnaround in the second half. I just don't think it didn't work. And I think for me, defensively as well, Maguire and Varane didn't look interested. Diallo at left back is a complete disaster. Amrabat didn't really do a lot when he came on for Eriksen. McTominay as well. I mean, I know McTominay set up, Rasmus Højlund for the first goal for an easy tap and it gives United the lead. But overall, again, from Scott McTominay, it's just dreadful football. Like, this is a guy who does not need to be in this team. Man United are a lot better team without McTominay in it. And I think for me, the whole midfield battle was lost because as soon as Rashford sent off, we then had to influence the front three decision. Like we then had to shift Fernandes back out onto the right wing when he's not a right winger. And unfortunately, that we all clear indication no, that doesn't work. It ain't going to work. And Man United had no answer on that right wing. That whole second half, we had no answer. We had no crosses into the box. We had no passes into the Copenhagen penalty area. We couldn't get the ball to Garnacho. We couldn't get the ball to Højlund. And unfortunately, both our wingers starved our star striker in Højlund the service that he needed in the second half. And I've been banging on about this so many fucking times at this club. The amount of starvation this club is making Højlund suffer is disgusting. Like, he is having to get Man United out of this Champions League group. He is solely having to score the goals. He's our top goal scorer on 5 goals this season. And no one else is showing any form of commitment or desire to add their name to the United score sheet. And it is fucking embarrassing. It really is, from a set of players that are trying to win this game, and the whole second half performance just went out the window. I saw no fight back. I saw no desire to try and win this game. And for me, Man United, unfortunately, got their just desserts. You deserve to lose. I'm really, really sorry. It is a disgusting, bang average second half performance from a bunch of bottle job players that basically don't give a fuck. Rashford's tackle has basically ended our campaign. We are basically out the Champions League and we are now relying on 2 fucking miracles to get out this group. We aren't going to beat Bayern Munich at home, and we're probably not going to beat Galatasaray away. And we're not even going to get any Europa League. So it's a bit even more of a disaster tonight. And I'm shocked by Man United's desire. I'm shocked by the charisma. But I've seen this all before. The same old mistakes, the same old errors from the past are continuing in this United squad. These set of players ain't up for it. These players do not care. These players do not try. When the going gets tough, we give up. And it's the same old Man United, same old story. When you thought, the Champions League would have fired them up and being back in Europe's elite competition would have given Man United the edge, and it would have given Man United the charisma to kick on this season. This has basically sent United 10 times backwards. And unfortunately, it's because the set of players have got used to being shit again. And that again tonight, you're 2-0 up. You're playing some very good football. We were dominating the ball. FC Copenhagen couldn't get the ball off us. We were dominating the possession. We created the best chances. And we were deservedly 2-0 up. We deserved to be 2-0 up in that situation. We were absolutely cruising. We were basically on a cruise liner on a long stretch of wave that had no bumps or dips into the ocean. We were basically cruising the game. We're 2-0 up. We are comfortably winning. We're not losing possession. We're dominating the midfield battle. The front three seem to be fired up. And all of a sudden, Manchester United now are on a desperate journey to save themselves from elimination from European football together. Like, it is a disaster to lose this game tonight where you're expecting United to win this game and then win at home against Luton on Saturday. And then you're expecting, how the fuck are we going to turn this around in nearly 48 hours? It is going to be a monumental weekend for United to get themselves picked back up again, because I'm shocked that we've lost to Copenhagen away. We shouldn't be losing. Galatasaray at home, we shouldn't have been losing. We should have had 6 points better off in our group, and we're only got 3 points from 4 matches. It is an absolute disgrace. And I've never seen a Man United team down tools so much like this. It is an absolute shocking way to, lose a game. Like defensively, Maguire and Varane. I mean, soon as Johnny Evans went off, like, I know I don't want Johnny Evans in this team, and defensively, his age is on the side, and him and Harry Maguire, I've always stated, it simply doesn't work. And I think soon as Johnny Evans went off and Varane was brought on, like, there's clearly been an issue between Erik ten Hag and Raphael Varane. And I think for me, this is why he didn't play against Fulham. And unfortunately, this is why Varane was on the bench again tonight. Like, there's clearly been an issue, and there's clearly been a rift between manager and player. And basically, I think Ten Hag has absolutely read the riot act to Varane and told him he's not been good enough. And defensively, he's been absolutely shambles. And unfortunately, United now are in an absolute fucking mess. And unfortunately today, this is why United have lost. It's because of the back four. And please subscribe in the chat if you're new, by the way. Would really, really appreciate it. And Fort GRXNT in the chat. Please subscribe if you're new, buddy, because we've lost. We've lost the game, and it is massively embarrassing. And I'm not surprised. Like, I thought, Johnny Evans and Maguire, as soon as I saw the team sheet tonight, and I'm seeing Varane on the bench, and Maguire and Johnny Evans have still kept their place in this starting lineup, it does really, really concern me. I thought Varane would have come back in to make Man United a bit more defensively solid. But unfortunately, United tonight have shown tonight has basically been the downfall of Man United this season. It's just we're conceding too many goals, and our back four can't cope with the pressure, and they can't seem to do it in a big game that means an awful lot. And unfortunately, we've lost 4-3, and it's very dramatic circumstances that we've lost this game. It really, really is dramatic. Like, I did not expect Manchester United to win this game. I didn't expect Manchester United to lose tonight. I was expecting a very, very comfortable night for Manchester United Football Club, and I was expecting us to win. And to lose 4-3, I'm not surprised by it. Like, the first goal that we conceded, is down to the Rashford sending off. Soon as he's sent off, FC Copenhagen are given a glorious chance on the edge of the United penalty area, puts the ball into the box, and the ball into the box, it then falls back onto the Man United left flank for Wan-Bissaka to defend. We're nowhere near, and unfortunately, that ball has fallen to Elyounoussi, ex-Celtic reject, by the way, has fallen so comfortably for him. And what makes me even more annoyed about the first goal is the pure fact alone that the ball has nutmegged Varane. Varane basically can't keep his fucking legs shut. He's basically trying to audition for a porn film. It is embarrassing that Varane has allowed himself to open his legs for the ball to slip through his legs for FC Copenhagen to then retake the lead, and basically all eyes are on that United back four. Soon as that first FC Copenhagen goal goes in, United are basically on the backward foot. They're on the backward step, and they don't know how they're going to come out of this with a win tonight, because they know defensively they haven't got the team, and the midfield battle is being dominated because now Rashford has been sent off, and Bruno has had to then be moved onto the right wing. So basically, we've lost our three main midfielders that can keep that FC Copenhagen attack at bay. And unfortunately tonight, that is where it's gone wrong. Soon as Fernandes was put on that right wing, because of Marcus Rashford, it all collapsed. And I keep stating this. Playing players out of position, it doesn't work. And the United are going to fall. United are going to fall quicker and quicker if we continue to play the same players out of position when they're going to get stuff. And, Varane has got to take some responsibility for the first FC Copenhagen goal. You should not be opening your legs up trying to defend a ball that has been shot on your goal. You keep your legs fucking shut. And he opens himself up to criticism because that ball has then slid through Varane's legs, which are wide open, more wide than Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. And basically, Varane has turned into Humpty Dumpty and basically had a great fall because the ball has gone into Onana's net. And Varane's, up fault for the first goal. But then what happens for the second goal is, and people have said, Harry Maguire, he's so good. Harry Maguire's back. Look at Slabhead. He's returned as United's strongest centre-back. He deserves to be in United's back four. Him and Lindelof and Johnny Evans have been absolutely solid like a fucking rock. And unfortunately, Harry Maguire yet again, soon as he gets one Champions League goal to win the home tie against FC Copenhagen, funny enough, at Old Trafford on match day 3, everybody hypes the Harry Maguire train up. You might as well get on the Island Soda and get Thomas to take the coaches, Annie and Clarabelle. Because unfortunately, Maguire then has conceded basically a very stupid penalty. Basically, what Maguire does, the ball has bounced off the FC Copenhagen player, and then the ball has then bounced off him, and Maguire's got his arm out here. Like, how many more times do I have to keep repeating myself? You need to stop putting your arms in these positions wide open like this, because the ball has got a chance of landing on your arm, and then you're going to concede a penalty. Like, we were 2-0 up, lads, and you've basically lost that 2-0 lead inside the first half due to Maguire and Varane. And yes, it is Marcus Rashford's fault. Again, Rashford basically is at fault for Maguire and bloody Varane. Like, I'm sorry, Maguire is crap, and it's the same old mistakes and the same old errors that are costing Man United defensively. And people think Maguire deserves to be an England team. He deserves to be Man United's main current starting centre-back. And they think he deserves to be in United's first team lineup. I'm sorry. The same old mistakes. Like, he can't fucking defend. Maguire could not defend a cat being chasing a fucking pigeon. Honestly, Maguire has got more defensive ability, less of a defensive ability than a fucking fridge. Honestly, a fridge door could defend a lot better than what Maguire does. And it is embarrassing. Like, you do not put your arm in this position. You keep it down by your side to prevent a penalty being given against you. And Maguire does the opposite and gives, a comfortable situation for Pablo Gonzalez to get FC Copenhagen equaliser. They make it 2-2 before half-time. And we're having to play 13 minutes of extra time in the first half due to the Rashford sending off, a medical emergency in the FC Copenhagen fans. And we all pray and wish that FC Copenhagen fan a speedy recovery, by the way, because we all want our fans to be safe and healthy inside watching football. So my thoughts and prayers are with that fan. But then what happens then? There's then another emergency behind Onana's goal. So, the 13 minutes of extra time in the first half, it doesn't help United. And that United team is going to be fucking knackered tonight. Like, the energy is going to be gone. That team looks absolutely knackered. It's because they've had to defend that whole second half with 10 players because of Marcus Rashford. Like, at the moment, I'm angry. I'm really frustrated because we're sat comfortably second in our group when Bruno Fernandes, gives us the lead back on the 78th minute. And you're thinking, right, we're going to go on and win this game now and we're going to keep FC Copenhagen out. And you're thinking, what a penalty from Bruno Fernandes away, by the way. There was no stopping that. It was an absolute fucking brilliant penalty. No goalkeeper in the world would have stopped that from going in. And, the confidence then goes back up in the Man United players' morale and everything's boosted again. But unfortunately, the defence, again, for the 2 more FC Copenhagen goals. And yet again, it's the back four of Diallo, Maguire, Varane, and fucking Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I don't know why Diallo is in this Man United team. What is Diallo offering Man United long term? Defensively, he's sham fucking bollock. Like, his position at Onana's back post is absolutely unfucking forgivable. And apparently, he's the right back that is going to get Man United moving the ball forward more quicker. Diego Diallo couldn't stop rain falling on him without a fucking umbrella over his head. Honestly, Diego Diallo is fucking trash. Like, his positioning at the back post when the ball comes into the United penalty area, Diallo has fell to the ground like he's been hit by a fucking tornado. and doesn't even see the FC Copenhagen centre-back behind him. And the FC Copenhagen player has basically come behind Diallo. Diallo has fallen to the ground like a bloody frog. And basically, the FC Copenhagen player has slipped in and equalised to make it 3-3. And also, Diego Dalot just ain't at fault there. Onana is also at fault for the third goal. Onana should be saving that. That is a very, very easy save for a goalkeeper to be making. It is an easy save for a goalkeeper to make. At this level of football, and you're telling me Onana can't save that? It's disgusting. Like, if we've got a goalkeeper that can't keep the ball at the back of the net, then we have seriously got rid of the wrong goalkeeper here. Like, you should be keeping that out. Like, it is an easy save. And because the ball has fallen so nicely for the FC Copenhagen centre-back to tap it in, Onana is too little too late, because Onana hasn't got the reaction time to keep the ball out the net. And it's all on Diallo, by the way. And, I mean, the ultimate demise after that is the fourth goal. I mean, that Rooney Balhaj for, FC Copenhagen, only 17 years of age. And the way he took his goal as well, I mean, very impressive. Like, that kid has got a very, very bright future for FC Copenhagen. I mean, he's only 17. He's only 17 years old. Like, I can't believe, how Rooney Balhaj has been left unmarked in the United penalty area. He's been left unmarked. And then what happens then? Because he's been left unmarked, what happens? The ball comes into the box. It bounces off Maguire like a fucking trampoline at air hop. And basically, the ball falls nicely to Rooney Balhaj. And Diallo basically has got his arms like this and turns away from the ball. And the ball ends up in the back of Onana's net due to the bounce from Rooney Balhaj's shot. But Diallo turns around like this with his arms like this and turns away from the ball. And the ball has bounced on the ground because of Rooney Balhaj's power he's got on the shot, and it has gone into the back of the net to ultimately win this game. Like, the defensive ability of this back four is shocking. Like, we need Martinez back. Like, honestly, this Man United team has got no clue how to defend a high cross. This team hasn't got no clue how to defend a low cross. And we simply do not keep the ball out of our penalty area. And this is why United are conceding the goals we're conceding. Like, we cannot defend. And it is embarrassing. Like, that back four went to shit as soon as Johnny Evans went off. And I hate to say that, at the moment, United look defensively stronger with Johnny Evans back in this team. Like, I hate to say it, but at the moment, as soon as Varane came on, he looked disinterested. Like, there's clearly an issue there between Ten Hag and the manager. That is why, Varane has not played like against Man City. He didn't play against Fulham. And tonight, he's had to play due to Johnny Evans. I mean, yet again, like, we brought back an aging 35-year-old centre-back that got relegated from Leicester with Leicester City back to the Championship, and all of a sudden has pulled up through injury. I mean, the injuries are no excuse. These players should be keeping themselves fit. And Ten Hag has come out and said he wants to be playing his best 12 to 13 players every single game. And I completely agree with him. Erik Ten Hag should be putting out his best team. He should be putting out his best players. And unfortunately, when you've got players that are underperforming and players that can't keep themselves fit to run an egg and spoon race, I've got pure and utter sympathy for this manager, because it is basically get by with the squad you've got and basically use the same bunch of players under 2 or 3 previous managers before. And he's added his own kind of players to that squad, and they're not gelling. These players are too imbalanced on both sides for Ten Hag. And Ten Hag is left between a rock and a hard place, really. He's having to use these players. He's having to pick them. He's having to play them. And unfortunately, he's not being allowed to make the decisions. And I feel like Ten Hag is going to have to look at that game tonight. I think the whole soul of the blame goes to Marcus Rashford. I think the whole game for United was lost because of Rashford sending off. The United players did not react to the sending off, but the reaction after he was sent off, United did go for it. Like, we were still trying to counterattack and try and go for the third goal to get us, a 3-1 lead just before half time. It's just the way, other ways that Man United just did not respond as a team. We didn't respond as a squad. And I think, the whole squad still looks massively disconnected. This squad is not playing like they mean it. I don't think these players want to be at Man United. I don't think these players want to be at this club. And unfortunately, when you're at the Champions League and you're seeing all your rivals around you still in it, and you're going to get a really tempting offer from one of them in the summer, it wouldn't surprise me if we lose some of our big players next season, and United will then be fucked. And unfortunately, this is Man United's one to blame. This is Man United's fault. We are in this situation. This is solely to blame on Man United tonight. The whole game has gone. We are basically out of the Champions League with 2 match day games remaining. We're bottom of our group on a minus goal difference. And especially when your rival Galatasaray has lost to Bayern Munich. If United beat FC Copenhagen tonight, we sit second and comfortable in this group. And we potentially would have had a match-win game against Galatasaray where United would have qualified for the knockouts. And unfortunately now, this looks like Europa League at best. And that's what it could be. We might now end up back in the Europa League. And I think that is why, we're in the mess we're in. It is an embarrassing defeat. It is one of the worst defeats I've ever seen as a Man United fan. I thought the 7-0 to Liverpool, the 6-3 to Man City, the 4-0 to Brentford, and the 3-0 2 weeks ago at Old Trafford in the Manchester Derby, where we honoured Sir Bobby Charlton. And now tonight, this is one of the worst European nights I've ever witnessed as a United fan. It is an embarrassing performance. The whole second half plan, I think it didn't go well when Eriksen went off. I massively rate Sofyan Amrabat. I really do. And I think for me, he's one of our better midfielders. I think he's miles better than Eriksen. I think he's miles better than Scott McTominay. And I think the wrong midfielder went off. I honestly do think the wrong midfielder went off tonight. I honestly do believe, in my view and in my opinion, the whole game was lost because of Eriksen being taken off. Honestly, I think the midfield was being run properly and efficiently with Eriksen in it. And Rasmus Højlund's just come out now. The red card changed the whole game. So clearly, there is a dig there at Marcus Rashford. Rasmus Højlund's fuming because he potentially could have had a hat-trick tonight. He could have had 2 or more goals after that. United could have won 6 or 7-0. And I think Rasmus Højlund feels he's been let down by his teammate. He's been let down by the players around him. And he feels massively frustrated with other players in this team that are not stepping up. And I think this is why Varane is on the bench. Antony's on the bench. Varane's on the bench. Mount's on the bench. Amrabat's on the bench. I think, when you are 2-0 up and you are basically comfortable and you're going to win the game. And as a Man United fan, I was excited, thinking, bloody hell, 2 goals in 28 minutes is something not to be sneezed at. And as soon as that went out the window, United just absolutely caved in. They caved into their own mess. And unfortunately, we've lost. We can't look back in anger. See what I did there? Can't look back in anger. We're going to be angry. We're going to be annoyed. We're going to be frustrated with the performance. But it's just, I want these players to perform. I want these players to win. And unfortunately, I'm just not seeing it. Tonight was a huge game for this football club and the anticipation of continuing this Champions League campaign. And it looks like now that ain't going to last more than a few more weeks. And unfortunately, that is on the players. It's on the squad. And people will pinpoint it's Erik Ten Hag's fault. Oh, it's Ten Hag's fault. It's Ten Hag's fault. He's the one to blame for the defeat tonight. Well, maybe if he wouldn't have to be using a selfish Marcus Rashford, an overrated Harry Maguire, a useless Johnny Evans, an awful Diego Diallo. I mean, an embarrassing Scottish midfielder and Scott McTominay, that isn't even good enough. And you've basically got a front three that is basically and solely relying on Rasmus Højlund to find the back of the net. Then I've got sympathy for Ten Hag. That squad has not got the quality in it to beat these European teams. Honestly, this is one of the worst performances ever I've witnessed. And it is going to get a lot worse. And United were dreadful. There was no response from that 3-2 lead. And I really thought that would have inspired these players to hold on and graft the game out and win the 3 points. His title was looking a lot different when Fernandes got us back in the lead. So I honestly thought it was Bruno Fernandes to the rescue. Bruno's won it. our Portuguese Magnifico has won us the game. And unfortunately, I had a clear plan title for this video, and it does state that, the Rashford sending off has fucked everything over. And Marcus Rashford is going to have to come out of a public apology to the fans and the supporters. And I think he's got the right to do it. And I think he's going to have to do it because it is solely down to him that his sending off has basically cost that United fans travel, their money, their food, their hotels, their planes, all their coaches, all their trains, just to get to Denmark and go and watch FC Copenhagen play Man United. And he's sending off, United are winning the game. Like, there were goals to be had there. FC Copenhagen were defensively woeful. Like, their back four could not cope with Garnacho. It couldn't cope with Rasmus Højlund. And when you're scoring 2 easy tap-ins through an assist from McTominay and a save shot from Garnacho that fell from the goalkeeper's arms and pounded it straight to Højlund, you would have thought Man United would have won this game by even further margin. This could have been a bigger result. It could have been an emphatic win tonight. And I think, Rasmus Højlund would have found his hat-trick. I think, eventually it's going to get... I think this Rashford is going to get a lot to blame. And he absolutely deserves it. Like, I saw one of his comments and I'm still raging by what Rashford has said about the United stand, that you need to stop spreading your malicious rumours about me when it's all untrue. I think Marcus Rashford needs to keep his fucking mouth shut and perform on the pitch, because tonight, mate, you have been an absolute disgrace. Sorry, mate, but you ain't no Man United player. You ain't no Man United great. You are a bang average mid-table Premier League player. Marcus Rashford, you are overhyped, overrated, and your ego and your attitude, it fucking stinks. It stinks more than a fucking bad fart. Oh, you can't say malicious rumours about me. You can't spread false allegations. You can't spread false rumours about me and criticise me. I can do what the fuck I want, because at the end of the day, it's about view and it's about opinion. Your sending off has cost us the win. Your sending off has cost us the points. Your sending off has fucked United's Champions League hopes. It is solely your fault. We have lost this game. The red card changed the whole game, the whole atmosphere, and those United players in the second half would have been down. The morale would have been done, the confidence would have been down, and the whole morale of the squad would have been absolutely on the floor. And that is because of Rashford's incapacity of being able to keep himself on the pitch and keep his legs down. He's probably got his legs in too many positions at the moment to keep his legs on the ground, if you get my drift. He's probably got his legs too much high up at the moment to keep his legs on the pitch. And when you're putting in a tackle like that, it's a clear red. And I agree with Robbie Savage. No matter if you slow the replay down, no matter if you speed the replay up, it is a clear sending off. He could have broke that guy's ankle, and that could have been football career over. And Marcus Rashford has not held himself in glory. He's an embarrassment to the badge and the shirt and his football club. And, he should be hanging his head in shame. I would be taking a deeper pill to swallow tonight, that this is on you, mate. Like, you shouldn't be at this club. If a big club came in for you with a big offer, I would sell you in a heartbeat, because you didn't feature against them because you were basically throwing your toys out the pram, just like Jadon Sancho's done. And again tonight, you didn't perform against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup when we lost 3-0. We couldn't even defend that trophy and we got knocked out. You did fuck all against Man City. You were basically shit. And again tonight, your teammates have got you 2-0 up in 28 minutes, and you have offered nothing but one decent pass to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, which Aaron Wan-Bissaka's tricky and skill pass to find McTominay unmarked in the box has got you United the lead, and you're not on the score sheet and you don't like it, that all the other players are getting more attention than you. But that is because you are underperforming and 1 goal in 17 games. Like, you've clearly got an issue here, Marcus, and I think at the end of the day, you need to have a hard-line look about yourself as a United player and your United future, because for me, you may be decent on EA Sports, but apart from your whole charisma as a United player, you don't give a fuck. Honestly, it is all about your money, mate. All about your book deals, all about your free school meal bullshit. Like, get on with your career and focus on your fucking football, and stop going from one nightclub to the other nightclub, partying, dancing and drinking the night away, thinking, oh, let's see if I can pull a really gorgeous bird tonight, mate. You need to be pulling goals into the back of the net, not getting yourself sent off for a stupid and dangerous, malicious tackle. It is embarrassing. It is massively embarrassing that you have cost us the points and the win. We were comfortable going up 2-0 in 28 minutes. And basically from there, you basically have run the shit over the pitch. It's basically like putting a load of manure in your back garden wanting your plant to grow, and you've got cat shit in there, dog shit, cow shit, horse shit, all mixed into the manure to manure the plants to make your plants grow in your back garden. And unfortunately, your shit has covered all the pitch of this a second half, because it all went to shit in the second half for us, and we've lost this game. And I'm embarrassed. It's disgusting. It's woeful. It's poor defending. It's tactically poor decision making from our back four. We should have really found the third goal, which we did, but then we should have found a fourth, and we should have killed this game off, and we would have won the game. We would have won 4-2 tonight if it wasn't down to poor defending at the back from Diallo and Maguire. Maguire, like I said, has cost us for the penalty. Really, Onana's position for the penalty as well, especially when the FC Copenhagen player has taken a very, very slow run up to the ball. You would have thought Onana would have reacted and gone the right way to save it. I mean, that is an easy penalty, again, to save. It's a very easy penalty. Like, it's not hard. Like, I could save that. It's not difficult. So, yeah.
Marcus Rashford's brother's been arrested in Miami.
And just breaking now. Yeah. Marcus Rashford's brother has now been arrested in Miami. So if it doesn't rain for Marcus Rashford tonight, it absolutely fucking pours. Serves him fucking right. Absolute disgusting attitude, disgusting commitment from a player that should not be no longer anywhere near Man United Football Club. I'm sorry. For me tonight, this was the last straw for me for Marcus Rashford. I do not want to see that guy anywhere near a shirt or anywhere near a ball in training or in the first team or anywhere near Manchester United performances ever again. He has cost us solely tonight. We were winning the game. We were 2-0 up comfortably. This could have been a 6 or 7-0 win. It would have been our best European night yet. It would have been a great night to win this game and take sole advantage of Galatasaray losing to Bayern Munich. And we are now in a precarious position because of your stupid indecision making to not keep your feet on the ground and put in a disgraceful tackle. Like, even if that was under 15s game or an under 10s or under 11s, and a player put in a tackle like that, it is a straight red card. It is a bad tackle, and he could have broke that player's ankle, and it could have ended his career. Owen Hargreaves and Paul Scholes, they are only bitter because they know United have let them down, and they were comfortably winning the game, and they know they want better out of these players, and they've got every right to, have their view and opinion. But when they're talking a load of dog shit out their mouth, don't listen to Paul Scholes, because he's got no clue anymore, and nor is Owen Hargreaves. For me, I think they're both losing their fucking marbles, if I'm being really honest with you. So I think for me, no matter if the replay is sped up or slowed down, it's a straight red. And, we're sat with a 4-3 defeat. We're basically on the verge of going at the Champions League. And it was nice while it lasted. It looks like the European nights are going to be going away from Old Trafford for the rest of the season, because not even look like the Europa League is achievable now. We would have to beat Galatasaray, and we would have to beat Bayern Munich at home. And I can't see at the moment, with this Man United side, the way we are performing, I can't see United beating either of those sides. I'm sorry. It is on Marcus Rashford tonight. Like, I've said it. I've said what my piece on him. And I think for me, we've lost the game because of him. And it's a disaster. Theatre of nightmares. The Copenhagen fans with their banner and their chanted. Yeah, it was a theatre of nightmares. It was an absolute fucking nightmare from start to finish. It was just typical Man United. Same old United, same old story. Same old mistakes. Same old errors. I'm not surprised. I'm really not. These players don't care. If these players cared, they would keep themselves on the pitch and not get themselves sent off. And it's unfortunate we defended badly for the last 2 goals as well, because when we were 2-0 up and we were defensively looking very strong, and we played our best football all season, in my view. and it was very good at times. It was probably the best I've seen United play in 17 games. So we've lost. We're on the verge of going to the Champions League. It's been a bad, bad night for Man United fans and supporters, and I feel sorry for everyone that's travelled to that game. Fans and supporters of Man United that have had to cough up their money, their travel, hotels, coaches, trains, airports, everything. I feel sorry for every single one of you because your players let you down. Don't blame the manager. Ten Hag is still the right manager to take this football club forward. He is still the right one. He is still the right manager. And for me, he will turn this around. But it is going to be a nervy Old Trafford Saturday. And after what we've witnessed tonight, I wouldn't expect miracles against Luton, especially after the point they picked up against Liverpool last weekend. So all I'm going to say is let's see what happens from here. But it has been a bad, bad night. We've lost 4-3 to fucking FC Copenhagen away in Denmark. And the Champions League journey's over, basically. Like, we're going to have to win our last two to keep this alive. But can United do it? Can United turn this around? Only time will tell. That's all I can say with Man United now. Only time will tell. But all I can say is let's see what happens, and see if we get a response Saturday against Luton. So, man of the match goes to Rasmus Højlund for his 2 goals tonight. I already decided that at halftime. He's the only one that gave a shit and got us the 2 goals we needed. But I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Share the video. Hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button. Remember to always remember to put the notification bell on as well at all times to receive dedicated content right throughout the last few weeks in 2023 on United Red Devils 20. For more Fortnite, Rocket League, more EA Sports FC 24, more previews, more match reaction, and much more brand stuff planned for the last few weeks this year in 2023. And then please join me. We'll be doing the preview for the Luton game Friday afternoon because all day tomorrow I'm out with my mate going Christmas shopping, which is going to be really nice. Going out for a meal as well, which will be enjoyable. So yeah, join me for that preview Friday afternoon for the Luton game. And let's see if we can turn this around at the weekend and win our back-to-back Premier League games. But United have lost and it's been a bad night. So leave it there. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Be nice. Be kind to each other. You're all legends. You're all legendary. But thank you, Marcus Rashford. Well fucking done.